Hello, class. Welcome to Ethical Leadership for Public Administration. I am your instructor, Dr. Wendy Morton. Let me give you a little bit of information about me in case this is your first course with me. I have had a 30-year career in public service, working in public health for over 2 decades, and then the last part of my career has been spent in human services. I work as a qualitative researcher and an IRB chair for a large state government agency. And I look forward to getting to know you a little bit more as we move through the course. So, let me tell you what you could expect in this course. So, it's designed to introduce you to the role of ethics in public leadership. So, over the next 10 weeks, we're going to dig into ethical theory, leadership theory. We'll touch on organizational culture, social equity, social change. But instead of relying on a textbook, you're going to read like peer reviewed journal articles and some other credible sources of information. And there's some videos embedded in the course. And then I have developed course notes. The ASPA Code of Ethics is going to be important throughout the course. So if you're not familiar with it, it might be a good time to learn more about it. Because this is a graduate work, I expect that your work is going to be robust and evidence based. So you should support it with scholarly evidence, and I expect that you're going to demonstrate critical thinking in your work. But by the time that we're at the end of the next 10 weeks, you're going to be able to evaluate critical frameworks. You're going to be able to assess how leaders act ethically as professionals and as citizens. And you're going to examine how integrity and accountability shape our decisions. And then you'll be able to recommend solutions to ethical challenges and dilemmas. And you'll be able to apply theories of leadership and ethics directly to the field of public administration. So these outcomes are all tied to program goals so that what you learn here kind of connects to the larger degree program. So again, the course runs 10 weeks. Each week you're going to have readings and notes and lessons, along with a variety of activities to help you process and apply what you're learning. So each each module of the course is kind of designed around four categories: explore, engage, evaluate, and evolve. So explore is where you're reading, you're engaging in notes, you're reading articles and a variety of resources. That's on your own. And then you're going to engage, and this is generally where you interact with your classmates through discussions or reflections or group work. And then evaluate might be quizzes or other assignments that kind of check for understanding. And then we're going to have also evolve assignments where you practice reflection and critical thinking that will help you grow as a scholar practitioner. So you'll have a variety of assignments. There's a few very simple, small quizzes, not really um, too difficult. Most of them are going to the most difficult quiz in this course, and the quiz that you will find in every one of my courses is an APA style guide quiz and then an academic integrity quiz. But most of the modules are going to have discussions, maybe a reflection or a short paper. And then at the end of the course, you will have a final group presentation. There's no midterm, there's no final exam where I'm going to assess your writing and your work in discussions and written assignments and in your final presentation. So, one note about the discussion is that sometimes graduate courses can have really small cohorts, but I think that we're fine for this course. But so just be sure that you're clearly responding to the required number of peers throughout each module. Um, if for some reason your peers haven't posted and you're trying to respond, I usually will ask questions to your posts and you can respond to that. Group work is a really big part of the course. So, collaboration is essential for ethical leadership, and you'll have opportunities to work with your peers throughout the term. So, the final presentation is a group project, and it's 30% of your grade. You have plenty of time to start working on it early in the course. It is not a hugely difficult assignment, but it is a way for you to apply ethics and leadership and work in a group setting. So that's 30% of your grade. It's really important that you're fully engaged in that because group work is still graded individually. So be sure you're fully participate. Uh, Again, there's going to be quizzes, there's going to be discussions, there's some reflection posts, there's some short assignments, and then there's this final presentation. That's what you're going to be doing throughout the week. I think I've paced it so that you shouldn't have too many issues addressing each of those assignments. Um, Again, your work should be polished and evidence-based and thoughtful and free of bias at the graduate level. So be sure to consider those when you're completing your work. Also, know that I'm always here to support you as needed. Even though this is an online environment, you can reach out to me via email. We can schedule a Zoom call. We can schedule a telephone call. We can discuss things via email, but I'm here to support you and I'm happy that you're here. So I'm excited to get started. Thanks. Bye.